Yo, so Shonen Unleashed dropped the update today. They added Johnny, Sasuke, reworked Deku, and added Bakugo. So in today's video, I'm gonna just be showcasing Bakugo. Doing a little guy, showing off his techs, his skills, and just everything, combos, and everything of the sort. So without further ado, let's just hop into training mode, and I'll show you a cool few.
Disclaimer: you don't need to listen to everything in this video. You can absolutely get away with skill spamming and just doing whatever with Bakugo. This is just a guide for the people who are actually interested in learning more about Bakugo and what he does.
Alright, so first of all, we're going to be going over his unique passives and what makes Bakugo special from like the rest of the cast. So first on the chopping block is his unique dashes, as you can see. And let me see if I can pull up the actual thing. So yeah, okay, it's called explosive dashes. You propel yourself forward with explosions. You're able to dash again if you double tap the key with a slightly longer cooldown. And his second passive is sweat meter. Performing attacks and landing M1 fills up landing M1 fills up your meter. Once full, you can activate Strafe Panzer or use Grenadier Brace at half cost. You can the bar. The sweat meter is basically the bar on the left, and this is his dashes. So the cool thing about these dashes are if you play console or mobile, you can actually use these like very, very well. So what you can do is maybe like you can do a little mix up. So alright, so basically this is what you can like dash behind them, and since the dashes are like so fast, like nobody's gonna expect this. Like you just instantly switch sides. It's honestly kind of broken. So if you're a console player, or a mobile player, you should be taking advantage of this. You can also do cool stuff like this, where if you double tap again, you can like mix up kind of. And then you can go for another side. It's honestly pretty useful. I see nobody talking about his dashes in this way, since I don't think PC players can do it as effectively as console players do. But if you play console, this is something good to take note of. This is part of the reason why Bakugo's neutral is just so like, it's so like dominant. Okay, so Bakugo's next passive is the sweat meter, which I talked about earlier, and basically what it is like, it's a 9th and 8th skill. It's like, I don't know what they call those skills, like alternative skills or something. So you can only use them if you fill up your meter, which you fill up your meter by either like the last hit of the M1 of your M1 chain. I don't think you can get off down slams. Yeah, you can't. It's only on like the ground, and if you do this little knockaway, you only get meter off that. And you also get meter off skills. As you can see, I don't think it's like get the same amount of meter with every skill. Yeah, you do. So if you're half meter, you can use Grenadier Brace. Grenadier Brace is it's a guard break, as you can see, and it's a really good guard break at that. For like half the meter, it's honestly pretty good, and you can use it in combos too. It's basically just a combo meter as like a really good guard break. It's like think of it as like I forgot what that skill calls, but like Bakugo's like first skill in ABA, like the crazy good guard breaker. Just think of it as that. And the second skill you get from filling up the explosion meter is, let's see if I can get it. I'll just spam my skills. Alright, so it's Strafe Pazer. So it's a little wind up. Okay, gotcha. Okay, alright. So it's a little wind up, and then you get these guns on your back. And so basically what it is if you tap the skill again, get like some crazy barrage. Now the thing to note about this is that it is like the first shots don't guard break, but like if the opponent like continuously takes like every bullet, it'll eventually guard break. So this move is kind of broken on console, since even if they jump or something, the Strafe Panzer is gonna hit every single time, unless they're like from a distance. Then like your like lock on is kind of hard to hit. Since yeah, it also takes a long time. It's basically like a projectile. The bullets themselves are like projectiles. They take like a minute to reach like the opponent. So this is a skill you mainly want to use after like a double jump or something. So like, yeah, double jump, you just go crazy high in the air. And then this is now onto Bakugo's like main kit. So first move we got is AP shot autocannon. This is just your standard combo extender. This is the main combo extender, the one you want to be using like every single time. And then of course you just down slam into it and you just get a free combo. Now this is a really good move to throw out in neutral, but the thing is it's blockable and you can punish it fairly easily. But if they block the first part of it, you don't get the little dash. But if they like, let's just say for some reason, like the second part of it, the little dash you get at the end, that actually lets you combo extend. If they block that move, you're just cooked. So I really don't recommend throwing this out in neutral unless you're like fairly certain. It's gonna catch them off guard and you just get a free combo off of it. But aside from that, this skill is like really good. On to the next skill, it's X Catapult. Now this move is a little, you dash forward and it's a combo starter and you can just combo after that. It is blockable and it has a ton of end lag, which is bad. And if you use it in a combo, it like throws them away. But I'd advise, like his other skills, I'd advise like caution when throwing this out in neutral because it has just so much. I mean, it has really good startup. For a dash skill, this startup is really good, and it combo starts. But people aren't just gonna like sit there and just take the whole like howitzer. Since it doesn't have armor, you should only be using this on like double jumps or something, or just don't use the skill at all, honestly, because it doesn't combo extend. It's just honestly it's just the worst AP shot. I mean, I guess it can lead to some combo routes, but you should honestly just be using auto cannon like way more often. Onto the next skill, it's landmine blast. So this is a two-party skill. So first part is just like a little blast that you do on the ground. Now I actually don't know if this part guard breaks. No, it doesn't. Okay, so as you can see on the top, it says AP finisher. If you press the skill again and you hit it, you can like shoot an AP shot after. So as you can see, that's true into itself. And then if you just, the second part of the skill is AP shot. Okay, now what I failed to mention is that the AP shot, it's actually, the AP shot is a guard break, not the lineman blast, but the actual AP shot, it guard breaks. Yeah, it fully guard breaks, which is really good since console has lock on and you just auto aim. But if you're on PC, you actually have to aim it. On to his next skill and final skill in base, it's stun grenade. It's just like a blast with startup and it actually blinds the opponent. The thing is that they just get propelled so far away. But this is where your passive comes in. Your crazy like dashes. Just dash to them after you stun grenade like this. And then you just get like a lot of value off that since it actually does like a fair decent amount of damage. Yeah, 10 damage, honestly, that's not that bad. The alternative version of the 4 is Grenader Belt. So you just throw out a little grenade and then it has like a timer above his head, and if the timer ends, then the little grenade just explodes on its own, like so. But actually, if you throw it out and you click the skill again, you can detonate it. And the cool thing about this is it guard breaks. It's a pretty good guard breaker. You can do like stuff like this. You can throw a grenade out, and then you could like, okay, I have to do something neutral dummy. So what you can do is, I'm gonna down slam, and then you can like, they're probably gonna block there if they don't just like rush at you. And then you just get a free guard breaker like reset. Onto his mode. Now Bakugo's alternative skills with Strafe Panzer and Grenadier Base don't actually change this mode. They're just the same thing. Just big ass guns and little Grenadier. They don't change at all. Okay, so yeah, one of Bakugo's passives in his mode is that since your skills are so broken, if you use one, wait, oh my god, it's embarrassing. If you use one, you can see that it takes approximately like 2.5 hit points off your skill, which isn't a lot, but over time it can really rack up. And since you're actually gonna be like in a 1v1, your opponent's actually gonna be hitting you. That damage is just gonna rack up, and so it's just something to like look out for when you're using Bakugo. Now into Bakugo's first skill, which is AP Machine Gun. It's pretty much like an Akainu, like this, like barrage. Now you can't actually aim this, so it's just gonna go wherever you're like on the bottom. Like it always goes like below you, so you can't actually aim it. So you have to actually be close to hit this move. And I'm pretty sure the last part of it guard breaks. No, okay, no, yeah, it isn't the last part. Like if you hit a lot of the little like, I don't know what they call it, but the explosions before the actual big one, they do guard break before the big one, and you get some damage off it. Onto the second skill, it's cluster drops. Basically like a grab, and they just throw them and they explode. Now this does go through block, as so this does go through block, but it has like a fair bit of startup, so just watch that out when you're using it. Now this skill does change if you use it in a combo. So instead of like, yeah, as you can see, instead of like just throwing them aside and they explode, if you use it in a combo, you just like throw them on the ground, which is kind of cool. Onto his 3. Actually, oh, I forgot to showcase the alternative part of his 1. Alright, so the alternative part of his 1 is called Glimmering Hope, and this skill can only be used on airborne opponents, and they have to be stunned. So if someone's just jumping, is there a jumping dummy here? Okay, no, there isn't. But if someone's just jumping, or like they double jump or something, you can't punish it because they have to be stunned. So that's the thing to note. But the skill itself is pretty simple. Just TP to them, like down slam down, and then you put a little bomb on him. And then after 10 seconds, the bomb explodes, and you can combo extend off like the second part of the bomb. Now, Glimmering Hope is like a really good combo tool that you can use. You can't combo extend off the first part, but it's pretty cool because the second part you can combo extend off. So that's just something to note. I honestly don't think that it's better than AP Machine Gun, but if you get a combo, if you get like an M1 off by chance, I think it's worth it to use it, honestly, since I think it does almost the same amount of damage as an AP Machine Gun, but it's just a 2-part move. Onto his 3, which is Explosive Speed. Now this is just like a rush move. After like a little wind up, you like rush to them and then you just explode on them. Now this skill is blockable, and it has like a fair bit of end lag, which is bad. But you're mainly going to be using the skill in combos, or if you're feeling lucky, you might as well just throw it out, honestly. And it does a fair bit of damage, and it can also chain into some of your... Whoa. Alright, so one thing I forgot to mention about cluster drops is that this is actually a 2-part skill, which I barely learned about right now. So as you can see, if you miss the dash, these little sweat particles appear, and if you click the skill again, they detonate. And I think even if you don't use the skill again, they still detonate, if I'm right. Okay, no, they don't. You have to press the skill again in order for it to detonate. So this is mainly why, if you use it in a combo, like the cluster drops just detonate on top of them, but if you use it like raw, you throw them at the sweat, which is like really cool. So that's just something to take note of. So if you use this raw and you miss, you leave sweat particles behind. You can like lure them into it and then just explode them or something, because the sweat particles do 24 damage, which is a lot. You can see, yeah, 24 damage is a lot. Okay, on to Bakugo's fourth move, which is by far his coolest move, is stun grenade cluster. So you just do this little after image, and then you TP to your opponent, and then you just explode them, and they actually get blinded from this. And this is unblockable. But the thing is, this move isn't actually like an auto aim TP. It's basically like a dash, as you can see. This is basically a dash, but yeah, it's completely unblockable. I don't know how someone's actually able to like dodge this move. I think they have to jump or something. Basically, you have to treat this as your one combo extender, even though it really isn't. And honestly, it's kind of inconsistent. But I guess you can like treat this as your combo extender. Okay, now the alternate part of the 4 is called railgun, AP railgun, and it's basically like, okay, so you see like the little after images. You do the same thing, but you stay in the after image. You leave behind little particles, and then if you press the skill again, you can do like a little like smash, like Gojo, like red, but it's a beam. It's pretty cool, and this does guard break. As you can see, it's really good. I actually don't know if you can get hit out of. Okay, yeah, you can get hit out of the first part of this move when you're still in the after images. So that's just something to take note of. You don't have iframes when you're doing this, but you're mostly gonna be just throwing this out in neutral, just whenever you feel like it, since it's a really strong guard breaker and it just does good damage overall. So Bakugo's last skill and his ultimate skill is called Howitzer Impact. Now this is the cutscene move, and it is impossible to combo extend with this move, like many ultimates in this game. Just jump into the air, come crashing down, and you just Howitzer Impact them. Now a good thing to note about this skill is that you don't have to hit the cutscene for it to do full damage. You can just hit like the second part of it and it still do full damage. No, oh, never mind. It just does 15 damage instead. So you actually do less damage if you just hit the AoE blast instead, but it's really easy to hit the cutscene. And you also lose HP from doing this like any other skill would. So yeah, that's a pretty strong skill. So on to combos. This combo I'm about to show you guys is the max damage you can get off of M1, I'm pretty sure. So the combo is going to look like 1, 2, 3. Hold AP shot autocannon for maximum damage, obviously. And then knock away to Catapult, and then AP shot after. Now this is going to bring them down to 49 HP. But this is not the max damage Bakugo can do off a combo. If you start with X Catapult, this is the max damage your route that Bakugo has currently. It's going to be, you combo start with X Catapult. Look at the combo. Hold AP shot autocannon, down slam into landmine blast to the second part of it, and then this does like 3 more damage. It's kind of a lot in this game, I guess. So if you do manage to land X Catapult, that's going to be the optimal combo you're going to go for. There are other routes you can do with him that involve stun grenade. Like you can do something like this. Pretty basic. Bakugo doesn't have the best combo game. And then they're like blinded, and I guess you can like follow up on that and try to go for like get another combo or something, like M1 them a little bit and try to get them like to do something. But or you can actually, I think after stun grenade you can go for like an X Catapult or something. Yeah, you can kind of just freestyle when it comes to this mode, because there's not a lot of things you can combo with, honestly. Like I mentioned before, you can also go for the reset with Grenader Belt and try to get a guard breaker, and I guess that I guess that's a good reset for you to do. But besides from that combo, you can just literally freestyle this whole thing. Like you just go into the landmine, and you can just like dash up and try to X catapult him or something. Bakugo's Awakening. His mode really doesn't have any combos since he has 0 combo extenders in mode. So his mode is just kind of like made for you to spam with. But like a combo you can kind of do with him is, I guess you can go like 1, 2, 3. It's explosive speed. Now, there's a thing you can actually do is you can chain explosive speed into cluster drops, but it's really hard to pull off. Like I've done it like once before and I did it on accident, but it's possible. It's just that it's kind of hard to do. Like after the explosive speed, you have to like dash forward like one time. Okay, yeah, okay, I pulled it off there. See, you have to like dash forward one time and then go for the cluster drops, but it's actually so unoptimal to do, so I don't really recommend going for it. But it can knit you some extra damage. 2, 3, 4, into explosive speed, and glimmering hope, and then you can just do whatever after, or just like wait for, yeah, and then you can just combo send off that, and then just go for cluster drops or something after. And yeah, that's pretty much it for his that's pretty much it for the Bakugo guide. I hope you guys have fun playing this update, because to me this update was a lot of fun. So I'm gonna just leave you guys to it. Go play the update. Shonen Unleashed is a good game. So I'll leave you guys to it. Go play the update. Bye.